This is so strange. Ever since he showed up with the hook under the eye, him and President Trump became at ends. They were at odds with one another. At odds. You know, and when this left eye hook or right eye hook, there is a thing about the right eye and the left eyes. I looked it up on here. The left eye belonged to the moon. The moon. I really did. I looked it up. The left eye was the moon, and the right eye was the eye of Horus. Remember that picture we had upstairs of Elon Musk, his Starlink, his whatever you call that launch that he did at Starbase in Texas, and it had the great big eye on it. I'm gonna pull this up, you all. The right eye, it is of Horus, but it also represents the sun. Right eye of Horus and the sun. I'm serious. You gotta look at this, you all. This is wild. See the image. The eyes of Horus, and then the eye of Ra. Okay, the eye of Ra. Okay, I got it wrong. So the eye of Ra, and Elon Musk is sporting, they said in one article, a hook, a right eye hook. And here he is. The right eye hook, right there. That's what they were saying. Something about, hello, a right eye hook. And I started looking at other people who were in the news and stuff throughout the years, politicians and stuff. They had right eyes. They had the left eye one. That's what they had. So the left eye was you have the eye of Horus, which is related to the moon, and protective powers come from defeating the malevolent forces. And then you have the eye of Ra, related to the sun. Protective powers come from instilling fear of violence. Oh, I didn't read that. And then you have the Ankh. Isn't that weird after Elon Musk showed up with that? With his eye looking like that? We gotta go upstairs about that. I gotta push this thing in, you all. Hold on. I gotta push in my chair. Hold on, you all. I gotta get this recliner pushed in. I'm gonna go up there and look at that. I do. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. This is gonna. Okay, we can do it. We're gonna look at this, you all, because I think there's something to it. He showed up with that thing on his eye, and I thought, well, I wonder if it's the same eye as everybody else. That's what I was wondering. Is it? Hold on. We're almost here, you all. We coming over here. We're gonna look at that. Hold on. We're gonna turn this air off because I don't want to. Okay. Hold on. This is this whole thing is really becoming really strange. Let me turn on these other lights up here. Okay, I got this light on. Let me make them super bright. Hold on. Because you see this eye thing up here, right there. Then we're going to go look over there too. Hold on. I'm going to push that up on the sky. I'm going to make this really bright too. I'm going to make them really bright. Where's my laptop? Hold on, you all. This is, there's something going on. There's something really weird. Okay, come on. Where's his eye? Oh, I want to get back to Elon. His eye. There's his eye. Then all of a sudden he has a falling out with President Trump. Okay, we're gonna look. So there are people who had, like, the Pope had one on his left eye. Obama had one on his left eye. George Bush had one on his left eye. Kerry had it on his left eye. McCain had it on his left eye. This is really strange. Apple Brooks, honey, hello. So the eye of Horus is related to the moon energy. Come from defeating malevolent. And then the eye of Ra, related to the sun, protective powers come from instilling the fear of violence. Well, I don't know about that, but anyhow, okay, we can see them right there. One, that's the sun on top of his head, right? The eye of Ra. And then the eye of Horus. Okay, the sun god. Remember this? Where are we at? This. That was SpaceX Starship right there. And you know what? That happened on the very same day that the sun had that image on it. You can look right here. It was 8/8 of 2022. And that was the same thing. See, this is that right there. That comes from SpaceX, that date. And this date down here, it comes from NASA on the very same day. And then Elon Musk has that on his eye. Oh, so if it's Ra, we know what happened with the sun. We do. Truly, he is angry. Remember that? You can see a face of a being. He is angry. That's what it was right there. We found that it's been a year or two ago. Very, very angry. And it wasn't that long afterward. It wasn't. When that showed up, and then that showed up, and then Elon Musk's eye. Okay, and this is really interesting too. Watch this, you all. This is really strange too. Watch this. Oh, come on. No. See, it doesn't want me to do it. It's Madonna, her eye patch. She had an eye patch on her eye, and it had the letter X on it. It did. And you know what Elon said when he was asked about his eye? Him and his son X was just horsing around. Horse. But then I'm thinking of the eye of Horus. I'm thinking of that. Just horsing around. Okay, let's look at Madonna. She got her eye patch. She has an X on her eye. I don't know what she meant about that eye patch. But it looks like she's wore it in other places. What was the message she was trying to get out? Well, then she has this right here, and there's nothing on that patch. But then on these, it's on the other ones. What was she trying to do, you all? What do you think she was trying to do? Well, as I said, she's explaining why she's got that eye patch. Oh, I want to hear it. Why you got an X? Why are you wearing it? She, Madam X, rocking Madam X, just to say she's Madam X. Okay. Now, I really do believe there's something else to it. And look, they got the stars up there and everything like that. I think this is related to the future. I really, really do. I've never seen these things before, but this is really strange with President Trump and Elon Musk. It's like an immediate flip-flop as soon as he shows up with his eye like that. Yeah. The burning purple through the eye. Don't y'all think it's really strange what's happening in the news now? I mean, I don't like politics. I truly do not like it. But it's getting weirder by the day. And then Elon tweets on there that Trump's in the Epstein file. And then he says, hold this for the future. And then Trump's threatened to take away Elon Musk's contracts with the government. So Elon Musk, effective immediately, is retiring SpaceX. Retiring it. Retiring SpaceX, which is really strange too. So they have had a falling out, him and President Trump. And they're on the social media. Trump is overpowering Musk's attack on the mega tax bill. No, see, this is really, really, really strange. He's got his finger pointed in his face. This I'm going to tell you something right now. You want me to tell you something? The last time President Trump was nominated, okay, he won. They didn't expect him win, but he won. And it wasn't too long into his presidency that things started flip-flopping, like they're flip-flopping now. It's like something is all of us, something was like, I feel like we're on another timeline or something, maybe a parallel Earth or something. It really feels eerily similar to what happened the last time around. Remember it? Let me do this like that. It's look, it's like you've got, whose side are you on? Are you on this side or are you on this side? This isn't, it feels really strange. Well, we don't want to talk about that because it's like, you don't want to talk about it because it's not nice to talk about. But things went south after that. It did. I just don't understand what's going on anymore in the news. Everything seems way crazy. It's crazy is what it seems like. Do you find it strange? All the stuff that's happening? It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Nothing's going south. I think things are going north, south, east, or west. That's what I think. North, south, east, and west. All the ways that it could go in every single direction. And it's quite confusing. It's very, very confusing what's happening. How can you... The news is really a major instigator in a lot of things. Just think, if we didn't have social media... Yeah, I'm going to do this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this right here. Hold on. I'm going to just pick one of these out. I want to know what it says. Well, two of them. A lazy person's way is blocked with briars. So if you're lazy, your way is blocked by briars. But the path of the upright is an open highway. Now, I want to see this really, truly. He guards the path of the just and protects those who are faithful. Okay, I like that. Walk with the wise and become wise, you all. Avoiding a fight is a mark of honor. Only fools insist on quarreling. No, we don't want to fight. We're tired of the fighting. We're tired of the quarreling. We truly are. I am tired of it all. I want peace on earth. And I don't fancy the news doing what it's doing. I mean, because it's all over the place. The news is all over the place. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, maybe this wasn't too good of a subject for me to broach. But no, this is, it's right after he showed up like that. And then I see this thing, when the German minister or president comes, he gives President Trump his birth certificate of his grandfather. They said, what an odd thing to give the president during his meeting with the president, which it was, I don't know. I just don't know what's going on anymore. It's all really strange. All of it's strange. Sometimes I think it's all a show because it's on the news. I really do. How do we know what's real and what isn't real? We don't know what's real and what isn't real. I mean, when you look on the internet, all you're hearing is hearsay. That's all you're reading. Words on a screen. We did not actually hear them. We did not actually see them in person. We didn't hear them in person. None of it. How do we know what's true anymore? That's what I wonder. How do we know? We got just send out the evil eye to those who wish evil. I don't want the evil. I don't. Just take that evil eye and send it right back on you. That's right. No, see, I just sat down after I ate a little bit of supper, and I thought, this news is getting more weirder by the day. And I'm just shaking my head and I think this sounds very, very strange. But I do remember President Trump's first presidency. He started off, and then it seemed like something came in and a monkey, like a wrench was thrown in. Just like that. The gears got changed, and then voila. And then I sure hope that's not happening now. That a wrench is thrown, and the gears are getting changed. Well, one thing's for certain, we cannot stop what's coming. You cannot stop it. I can't stop it. We can't control what the news shares. We can't control what we hear, what we see. We can't. I mean, you can if you tune out the world. You can. But this is getting wild, and it feels like a great big distraction, not to mention the energy that's out there in the ether. The energy is a very eerie, silent energy out there. It's very eerie and it's very silent, and is as if there's something impending coming. It's what it feels like outside. It's felt that for several days now. And no, it's quiet. It's eerie. And it doesn't feel right. Something feels way, 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 way off. And all you have to do is read the news, and it looks way off. It does. Jesus is coming. Well, he can't come soon enough, right? That's what I've got to say. It comes across as a distraction. I do feel like there is some kind of a distraction. That something's happening behind the scenes. And there's definitely something happening in the sky above. Oh, okay, now let's listen. Okay, let's try to analyze this with Mr. Musk. How he's going to decommission his, you know, he did his launches from La Padre, right there. You can see it in Texas. SpaceX, Starship. And he's not going to launch them anymore. Okay, how about this? He's not going to do any launches anymore because he said the government's not going to fund. Well, what if there is something out there and some kind of force out there, and they told them, do not. If you launch anything else up there into orbit, we will shoot it down. Well, let's say there's some aliens out there, some benevolent aliens, some benevolent forces, and they have said, I don't care what you do, make up any story you want, but if you dare launch anything else, we will shoot it down. What if that is the case? I'm on side with the aliens. I am. This just could be a great distraction, because let me tell you, that really gets people's attention. Elon and the president. And what if they're pretending to quarrel with one another? What if it's all pretend because something very, very massive is happening up there in the skies? That something's here. Something really terrible is about to happen. And this is the distraction that they need. What if? I like to look at the what if. Well, we know that there are all kinds of various ships out there. We do. You can see them right there. Black ships, light ships, flying saucers. Flying saucers. There could have been something come up from Middle Earth. We've got 2 suns, and I saw 3 suns yesterday, and there's a black ship right there. What if something else? What if we've got a threat from space coming? My nose is tickling on this side. That's the spiritual side. That is like, okay, that's true. What if there is a threat from space coming and they're not saying nothing? What if? And they need a massive distraction. Yeah. Yellowstone is about to erupt. And what is causing all of this eruptions? What's causing it? Because didn't something else just erupt? Excuse me. It doesn't feel right. As far as we know, they could be in their bunkers underground. And we could be having AI control everything. Let me just say, this video may be seen as entertainment for some people. And some people, they are clearly entertained by every time I come on here. So for entertainment purposes only. Any opinion I have is a personal opinion. Yeah. It's not backed by facts. It's just speculation. That's all it is. So don't be saying, oh, it's the absolute fact. No, it's just speculating is what it is. We're going to have a big earthquake, Melissa. Well, you know, something's got to come. Something has got to happen. I'm still waiting for the catastrophic mutating event that's going to strike the earth. And that was said in February of 2023. It was said at the WEF, in 2 years, a catastrophic mutating event will strike the earth, and it will change the very way that we live, more or less. That's what it said. We've done several videos on it on this channel. It will change our way of life. Okay, what if this? What if they know AI is completely sentient now? Totally. It can think, it can do whatever it wants, and now they're terrified. And they're creating all these distractions. What if? There's all kinds of scenarios. A mutating event, something that changes, boom, completely. It'd be like if I had a catastrophic mutating event happen to me. The way you see me right now, you may see me totally different. I could turn into a monster or something unrecognizable. What about something like that? Yeah. My husband is sending me pictures on here. I gotta look and see what he's gonna do. Hang on, you all. Okay, I'm back. He sent me something, bug markings, and you know what he sent me? He's out there doing some wood splitting with a log splitter. I'm back. And the picture he sends is it's like a piece of lumber, probably a 6x6. And on it, on that piece of lumber, there is the sign of a cross. Literally, he said a bug made it, a sign of a cross. And here I'm talking about this. It's a sign of the times. Something's coming. It was on wood. Truly, and I can't show you that because I'm on my cell phone and it came through my regular text message. The poles are about to, yes, Armageddon hour. The poles are about to flip and it will make our tectonic plates shift. Well, what if the sun is about to flip? The poles on the sun, because that does happen. The poles on the sun, they flip. When I was standing outside getting some onions for, what was it? Broccoli, beef and broccoli stir fry. I got some green onions out there. And as I was like cutting the ends off the green onions, that sun was literally burning me. As I stood out there, I thought, my gosh, that sun is burning. I felt like I was under a magnifying glass. You know what it reminded me of? The sun, they will no longer be scorched by the sun. The sun will no longer scorch them or burn them. Those under the altar. That's in the book of Revelation. The sun will no longer burn them. Something's happening to the sun. You think the sun's getting ready to go supernova? Would it like explode? And then there's a news story about something hit the moon again. Yeah. It's a long time. Is the sun going to go supernova? Let me look, you all. There's something really, it's so much distraction taking place. Let me see. The sun and supernova. There's supposed to be something coming. There truly is the sun and supernova. I want to know. Oh, it won't explode as a supernova because it doesn't have enough mass. Why doesn't the sun have enough mass? When will our sun die? I want to see that. I want to see what's happening with the sun. Well, we could have a Carrington event. We truly would. A supernova may have cleaned out our solar system. A rare quadruple supernova explosion will be brighter than the moon. A pair of white dwarfs located 150 light years from Earth appears doomed to die in a type 1 supernova that will shine brighter than anything currently. Okay, maybe they don't want us to notice that. It's a rare double star spiral doomed for supernova explosion. Well, you think it will affect our stuff here on Earth? The sun burns you in 30 seconds. Yes, yes, that's true. Why is the sun burning us? Look, this nearby double supernova is inevitable, and here is the date. I want to see it. What's the date? What is the date? Are you going to say it's going to be 22.6 million billion years? Okay, why is the sun so hot? The sun is hot and burning. Radiation. Radiation's coming from the sun, and you got to protect yourself against it, is what you got to do. Let me see if there was anything. Is a nuclear fusion at its core. I can't find nothing. I'm not going to get distracted. I'm already distracted. Yeah. They sprayed the chemicals. They've been micronovas in the past, according to suspicious observers. I like suspicious observers. I do. I like it. I've always liked it for years and years and years and years and years and years. I have. The frequency of their voice, just like, it's perfect. If you're just tuning in, you all. Something strange with Elon Musk, his eye, and Trump, and being at odds with one another. And if you think about the eye, and he's gonna decommission, he's gonna stop the SpaceX. But this was on the 8th, August the 8th. Was that Lions Day? Was that Lionsgate right there, 8/8/2022? Because that's what it looked like in the sky. It truly did. That was the cloud structure, and it was like that. And we know that there are ships. There are ships that are out there. What if Elon Musk has been told, or they have been told on Earth, you will not launch anything else? Remember Valiant Thor? Valiant Thor. What? Those look like the craft in what looks like it? That right there? You talking about that? That's in California. It came through a wormhole right there. Is that what you're talking about? That craft right there? Yeah. I'm waiting for a response. The shiny ones. Okay. I haven't shown the shiny ones for quite a while. Oh, what shiny ones? Any of these? That? I haven't really shown any of you all. There's something going on. It feels like there is a massive distraction taking place, because it seems like relationships have soured overnight with Elon Musk and President President Trump. It feels like they soured overnight when he showed up sporting that on his eye. You know that he would show up and it would get people talking. Right away, get people talking. And it did. It got the news going. And then all this separation kept showing. It came through a wormhole. He was quoting articles and giving future dates, August, September, and December of 2025. I believe something's going to happen in September of 2025. I really do. And we got to get ourselves ready, you all. Whatever you got to do, if you got unfinished projects, get them done. Especially if you wanted to get them done, and they will benefit you in the future. In the unlikely event that something terrible happens and you are at home and stuff. Yeah. In August, you think it's a so? Yeah, it's a big distraction, because I'm shaking my head. I can't make sense out of it because it doesn't make sense. You can't flip-flop like that. You really, truly can't. You can't do it. You stock up, you all. You stock up on stuff. And my mother, there was an article that popped up on Yahoo, and they said they're going to do away with toilet paper. We don't need toilet paper. You can use bidgets and or reusable cloths. Okay, yeah. June the 14th. Okay, is the prophetic calling Kentucky Pride. Isn't June the 14th President Trump's birthday, and they're going to have a military parade? Is what's going to happen. Yeah. It's all strange, but there's something in the sky. There's definitely something in the sky. You know, that moon energy is around for 5 more months. The new moon's energy. Yeah. This feels really weird. But there's something about the eye of Ra, the sun god, and the eye of Horus. You know, the eye of Horus, when my daughter was in the 7th grade, they were studying mythology, and she had to make a clay figure of something. And I said, well, we'll do the eye of Horus and the leg of, who was it? She did an eyeball and a leg. Is it the leg of Horus? Eye of Ra, leg of Horus? I don't know what it was. Somebody lost their leg in mythology. Who lost their leg? Because I remember that. I think I saved it too. Yes, I do believe in Jesus. Do you believe in Jesus? Have you ever watched my YouTube channel? Have you listened to me sing songs? Have you listened to any prayers that I've done on the internet? Yeah. Yeah. Elizabeth, honey, no. See, you read way too much into it. Way too much into it. But that's how people perceive things. They perceive things much differently than other people. And it's wrong to pass judgment. It truly is. It's just like you may like eating a lot of fish, and I don't really care for it. I don't. Yeah. But that'd be my personal opinion. Yeah. Nancy here, you believe it. All right. No. So everything seems really weird and off balance, totally off balance. And I'm going to go. I've been on here too long. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Something's off. Something's way off. After he showed up with his eye looking like that, then it's like the relationship went south. It's soured. Unless it's all a game. Unless it's all a game. But the energy out there in the ether is really eerie. It's an eerie silence. It's uncanny. It's like something's out there ready to be seen, is what it feels like. Thank you, Apple Brooks, honey, Frank, honey. Anybody else on here? Any other moderator? Thank you. Thank you all for your comments. I may not agree with you. You may not agree with me. And that's fine. We are living on this earth together. How about that? We are. We got to learn to get along together. We do. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.